Coming live from the neighborhood, you are listening to Hapi Hood The Podcast, where we deliver meaningful content to inspire, uplift, and empower. Hey neighbor, it's your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, lifestyle coach with a passion for helping others embrace self-worth and live a life of fulfillment. Welcome to the neighborhood. It's Hapi Hood The Podcast.
Finish
Message.
what you started.
Let's go. Welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to Hapi Hood The Podcast, Monday Leadership. What's going on, neighbors? I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, and I want to thank you for tuning in, tapping in for another edition of Monday Leadership. This is where we take a moment to focus on building today's habits for successful tomorrow. Building today's habits for successful tomorrow, because we know leadership is not a title, but it's a choice. It's a choice that we make on a daily basis to lead with humility, to manage change, to trust God, to show up authentically. These are choices that we make on a daily basis. So leadership is not a title, but it's a choice. It's a choice that we make. You know, I want to thank you for tuning in, and go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you can go ahead and be in the know. Also, think about sharing this. Share this with someone, share this with a loved one, share this with an upcoming leader. So, family, I want to, within this episode here, I want to pick up, but kind of expound on something I said in the previous episode. And if you haven't had a chance to see that, go ahead and hit the pause button and go back and check that out. Leadership tempo, navigating the rhythm of your season. Well, it was talking about how we create rhythm in moments of uncertainty. How do we find rhythm? How we maintain a rhythm that helps us to have more clarity, that helps us to be more effective. Okay. So definitely go take a moment to check that out. But something I said in that episode that I wanted to unpack, and maybe it'll be a two-part episode of this, but who knows? Depending on how God brings it to me and how I'm able to deliver it. But nevertheless, I said something in the last podcast where I was saying that we need to learn how to go slow to go fast. Go slow to go fast. Now, I made that statement based on, when we are having moments of uncertainty, and, when we are dealing with, trying to find the rhythm, trying to maintain a level head, trying to overcome some obstacles and continue to, show up. And in during that time is, one way we can look at it is that, hey, we got to go slow to go fast. And, family, I never want to just say things because they may sound, fly, interesting, profound, but I want this to be where we build today's habits for a successful tomorrow. So when we say, hey, go slow to go fast, what are the habits that we need to build in order to do that? How do I go slow to go fast in moments of uncertainties, in moments of having a mountain high experience? How do I go slow to go fast when it's good times, when it's not so good times, you know? So I want to kind of take this moment to really dig and discuss and peel back that theory, the concept of going slow to go fast. And again, like I said, it may be a part two with this. We'll see how it definitely unravels. But when you think about just the saying, going slow to go fast, I mean, just on surface level, um, if we're honest with ourselves, especially at this age, you in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, I think we have the maturity to understand the benefit, the power of slowing down. of slowing down. Whether we have you know understood the power of slowing down when we are either working and going over several reports where we're trying to be very detail oriented, to have attention to detail, that hey, when I'm going over this information, I need to make sure I have understand it and look at things holistically, and I need to slow down. You know, whether it's I'm rushing to work and I'm already late, traffic is is crazy. Let me slow down. Let me not be so much in a rush. Let me take my time. You know, so we definitely we understand that there's benefits with slowing down. When I think about, like, far as from a parenting perspective, we're telling our kids, hey, don't rush your homework. Hey, if you get finished with your homework, look over it again before you come back to me and saying, hey, did you get the answer right? Slow down, take your time, you know, so you can make sure you have done everything correctly. So we understand that there's definitely power, there is benefits, there is uh, uh, great insight when we're able to slow down, able to slow down. So why don't we do it? Why don't we do it? Well, I think if you think about it, or just take a step back, it's kind of easy to see, especially in the world we live in today, that it's hard to slow down. I mean, let's just be honest. Sometimes it is very hard to slow down because we're moving at such a fast pace. We're moving at a fast pace. Information is just moving so quickly. We carry around little computers, aka our cell phones. We can access information just like that. So not only are we driven, and not only that, the environment that we live in is fast paced, but even with just our expectations as relates to progress, we look for things that helps us to get to our destination quicker. Whether it's pulling up a navigation app, Waze, whether it is searching for a hack, the latest life hack, the latest hack to plan for, to meal prep, the latest hack to relationship, financial hack. So we look for these quote unquote cheat codes, especially in business. We look for different things, how we can gain more profits, gain more revenue by implementing different strategies that helps us to do it at a much faster pace. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say it's nothing wrong with that. You know, I am all about reducing waste, reducing times, working smarter, not harder. Working smarter, not harder, not carrying on so much weight, that we trying to do everything. But yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for reducing waste. But I think there's, within the going slow to go fast, the underlining theme that this concept really helps is that it helps character. Is a level of character building when you apply going slow to go fast. It's a level of character building because it allows you to be more deliberate and intentional. So, what do you mean by that? So, let's look at it in a different, not a different way, but let's provide some examples. What does it mean to go slow and go fast? How does it apply? So let's say, for example, going slow, you become more self-aware. You take more inventory. You take more inventory to reflect on the wins and losses within your personal life, right? The fast part of that is that now you are able to make more informed decisions. Now your decision making, you have now optimized your decision making because you are now able to practice self-awareness. You're now able to take time to reflect. So now you're able to become more effective with your decision making. Here's another one. You are entrepreneur. The slow part is doing the appropriate amount of research, marketing research, so you can know your client, you can know your target, so you now can become more effective and laser focus on the strategy that you now need to execute. So now you have increased your speed of execution because now you have taken more of a deliberate approach of not just coming out with a product without understanding what is the need that you're looking to address. What is the client? Understanding the client and their need and how you're going to address it. You going slow to go fast. So we understand, we as you can see, there's benefits to this. And the fast part is really now having the ability to have more, I don't want to say effective outcomes, but the fast is the outcomes. It is based on by doing X, by allowing yourself to have more of an input or intentional input, a more deliberate input. Now you have maximized the output. You have maximized the output. Yes, it was a more bigger lift. It was a more time commitment on one end. But look how you now, based on the time commitment, that time investment that you did, you're now able to be more effective. You're seeing more of the outcome, more of the dividends of what you're able to what you was able to put in. Okay, so again, I wanted to just provide some context around it. So we get it. It sounds good. So what does this look like from a habit? What type of mindset do I need to have when I am in a moments in season where I need to apply going slow to go fast? Now, one thing that for myself in my personal journey where I had to apply this concept, and maybe you can relate to this, but it has been in seasons where I have been overwhelmed, you know, seasons where I am just doing so much. I'm doing so much. Seasons where the list continues to get longer and longer and longer. You know, I just today, our well, we have a sprinkling system and it's from a well and it broke. I got a water leak, you know. Add that to the list. Add that to the list, to all my homeowners, add that to the list. You know what I mean? The list gets big. The wife add things on there. Now this add now wait a minute. Didn't see this coming. Oop, gotta add this to the list. And you add that to the list. You got this over here that you're doing. You got work, you got family, you got a lot of things that you been pulled, and you just feel overwhelmed. It may be also you just feel overwhelmed with just what life has just been hyphen. A lot of chaos around, a lot of things that have occurred within the last month or so. Just like it has me in just in a in a state of just my joy has been taken, you know, or a state of unsettled peace. So again, within those seasons, I believe it is a great opportunity for us to apply this concept of going slow to go fast. And the mindset that I call it is just win the day. Just win the day. Just win the day. Now, when I think about just win a day, I think about the saying, and you probably have heard it, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. You don't try to put it all in your mouth. You do that, you get choked, in which your mouth can't even fit a big elephant. You eat it one bite at a time. One bite at a time. So, in other words, with your list of things that you have to do, that list of house things you have to do, we're not gonna do everything. I can't do everything in one day. Some things we're gonna have to push out. What needs to be done today? What can we bite off today? My goals, we're not gonna look at what's the monthly goal. We're not even gonna look at a quarter. We're not even gonna look at 6 months from now, anything. How do I win today? How do I win today? I was looking at something on social media. I think it was an interview, but Travis Green was discussing, and he said something that's very. It's just is it had it was like that's it. It was very interesting, and he said that was he wasn't always a big football fan, and he was making an analogy based off of football, and he said that I used to think in football that the objective was you doing a Hail Mary. If you're on offense, you're doing a Hail Mary every play because you're trying to get a touchdown. You try and get an end zone. So you're gonna throw the ball long. You're gonna try to, if you run the ball, you're gonna try to, juke people out so you can get have a long run to get a touchdown. But then he said, after a while, I kind of took a step back and just like, nah, the goal is really just to get a first down. Because if you get enough first downs, well, inevitably you're gonna get a touchdown. You're gonna have a touchdown. And he said that as and you think about analogy, or use it as analogy when it comes to our personal growth, when it comes to our business goals, when it comes to our relationship, when it comes to just life, period. Just get a first down. Just get a first down. We're not looking to to get a long bomb, and yes, that's great. When you can do that, hey, that's fantastic. But when we are in that season where it's just I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm drowning in just all the stuff I gotta do. Life is life, and I mean, I'm spinning my wheels. There's chaos around. Just get a first down. Just get a first down. Now, in this, in the concept of just win the day, it's very important for you for us to define what does winning looks like to you. What does winning looks like to you? Because it winning can be something as simple as you making sure that you take time out for yourself. Winning can be, you know what? I want to make sure I work out today. Winning can be, I want to make sure I eat my salad. I don't go to no fast food today. You know, winning can be, I ain't cuss nobody out today. Winning can be, I got the kids to school on time. Winning today, me and the wife had an opportunity to go out to dinner, a little date night. You define that, right? You define what is winning the day. Okay. Just win the day. So I'm gonna give you three applications, 3 habits that I believe could help us just win the day, that can help us get a first down. Just get a first down. The first one is, and these are gonna be very not earth shattering, very simple. Plan, plan, plan. You know, when we're in those seasons where, again, we're feeling overwhelmed, we're doing a lot, or it's just things are coming at us in so many different ways. This is where we have to become very disciplined. And like I said, this is so much of this is just character building. Because in this season, you may have very little motivation. Your motivation, I'm not motivated. And a lot of times, family, we're honest with us, if we're honest with each other, motivation only took us so far. Motivation only took us so far. It becomes a time where we have to now switch. A switch had to now be turned on. And now where motivation has ran out, we now have to become more disciplined. And planning is part of that discipline. Winning the day is being very disciplined. Yeah, even when you don't even need it. But again, we're going slow to go fast. So when we plan out our day, again, taking either 5, 10, 15 minutes. You can do it early in the morning. I do it early in the morning, where you take a moment, plan out your day. Again, these are in the moments where you're feeling overwhelmed. There's a lot that's going on. Hey, let me take a moment, breathe, plan out my day. What do I need to get done? What's let me look at my schedule. What's the meetings? Where I'm gonna be at? When I'm gonna do my workout? What I'm eating? You know, just win the day. Take a moment to carving out time to plan. It's simple, but for some of us, and I used to be, it's not easy because it takes discipline. It's simple. Plan, plan. The second thing that we have to do is we have to practice ruthless prioritization. Ruthless prioritization. Now, the emphasis is on ruthless because this is where we have to take a moment. Now you don't plan out your day. Ruthless prioritization requires somewhat a level of sacrifice. Something where you maybe have to, quote unquote, you may feel disappointed because you have to make these critical decisions. What I mean by that? Well, again, ruthless prioritization may mean, and I have done this, you know what, baby girl, I'm gonna miss your track meet today. I'm not gonna have time. And that at times, sometimes they used to like, oh man, I just feel really bad because I'm not going to my kids' sporting event, you know, and oh wow, they 20 years from now they're gonna be on therapy talking about my mom and dad wasn't at my sporting event. That's why I'm doing all this stuff. No, your mind done went all the way to somewhere certain crazy, something crazy. No, it's gonna take time. You know what? I love you, but I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it because I'm doing something else. Ruthless prioritization. Ruthless prioritization. Work 5 o'clock. I'm cutting off. Don't text me. Don't email me. I had an incident where I thank God for my wife. I got an email. It was about two years ago. I was working on a project. I got an email from one of the sponsors, and they sent me email, bold captions in red. I was just about to. Opening it up, I seen it. I opened it. I was just about to reply. My wife said, "Put that down." Now it's 9 o'clock in the evening. Put that down. Ruthless prioritization. Again, it can be also setting boundaries. You can think of it like you got to set some boundary. I'm cutting that off. I'm prioritizing my decomposing time. I'm prioritizing my family time. I'm prioritizing my workout time. I'm working out. I ain't doing that. Ruthless prioritization. And this is another way of looking at it is ruthless prioritization means sometimes you're gonna have to just say no. No. I know, hey homie, I know you doing this event. I know I know you want me to do this. Someone asks you, hey, can you no, I can't. I know I love you, cuz I love your family. I love you, brother. No, I can't. I can't do that. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no because that's part of the ruthless prioritization. It's ruthless at times because it's ruthless just means that you have to be more stern and you have to really, as I said before, you building that character. It's a character building trait that you're developing. So you know what? I need it. No, I'm prioritizing this. So I'm gonna have to sacrifice. If I have to sacrifice, time with family, time with kids, time with friends. I'm doing this because I'm prioritizing this other thing because I am focusing on winning the day. I'm focusing on winning the day. I'm focusing on taking one step at a time. And what's going to help me just to win the day is I need to prioritize. And sometimes it's very ruthless. It is very ruthless. It can feel very ruthless. But what you're doing is you're setting yourself up to win the day and take one moment at a time. Take it one moment at a time. Now, this third one and last one, just win the day and going slow to go fast. It is mindful progress. You can think of it as another way of just it's a mindful progress type of rhythm. Okay. And when you are applying going slow to go fast, we talked about planning, we talked about ruthless prioritization. The last thing that you want to do to have a mindset of just win the day, to apply going slow to go fast, is celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the first downs. You got the kids at school on time today. Celebrate the small wins. You was able to meet all your deliverables today. Celebrate the small win. You was able to work out to stay consistent in your weight loss plan. Celebrate the small win. And this is a level of taking a moment to reflect. Just like you at the beginning of the day, you plan. At the end of the day, take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to take inventory. Hey, what went well? What didn't go so well? What can I change for the next day to win that day? If something went well, celebrate the small win. Celebrate the small win because that's how you continue to build your wins. That's how you continue to just win the day. Just win the day. Take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to celebrate the small win. You know what? I did stay to my work, man. I'm so glad I worked out. I'm feeling so, I feel less stressed. I feel good. I feel rejuvenated. Man, I'm glad I did that. You know what? Hey, I'm glad I said, no, I can't make that commitment, because you know what? I'm glad I stood up for myself. And you know what? And they was even understanding. Like, look, Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the small wins. So just win the day. In moments of feeling overwhelmed, moments where we just going through the motion, right? We feeling stuck. Go slow to go fast. Go slow to go fast. Just win the day. Hey, just get a first down. That's all we ask for. Just get a first down. Take a moment to plan. Take a moment to practice ruthless prioritization. And lastly, take a moment to reflect. Take a moment to reflect and just win the day. That's all we want to do. Just win the day. Family, I want to thank you for joining me for another edition of Monday Leadership. Building these habits to just win the day. To plan, build the habit of ruthless prioritization. Building the habit of celebrating the small wins. And when we do that, we understand that, you know what, leadership is not idle. It's a choice. It's a choice that we make to build daily habits for successful tomorrow. Hey, till next time, family, love God, love yourself, love your neighbor. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Be blessed.